Before start this video, please subscribe my channel and click on bell icon. Thanks.
When we think of superheroes, the traditional comic-like characters often come to mind, those with superhuman strength, invisibility, the ability to fly, or superhuman speed. These heroes are able to channel their abilities at a moment's notice to save a person, city, or even an entire universe from danger with ease. In contrast, when we think of children, we typically do not equate them with the same heroic characteristics based on their small stature, limited physical abilities, and lack of certain understanding. As adults, we typically perceive that it is our responsibility to protect them from danger. However, the children on this list prove that notion to be completely untrue. When suddenly placed amid adversity and danger, they were willing to take whatever steps necessary to assist those in need, some even willing to literally risk both life and limb. Here are the stories of 10 extraordinary children who proved to be real-life superheroes and saved the day. Related, 10 heroic cats who saved lives. 10 Dillon Reeves. 13-year-old Dillon Reeves, a 7th grader at Lois E. Carter Middle School in Warren, Michigan, was riding the bus home on the afternoon of April 26, 2023. Little did he know that the ride on the bus that day would be anything but ordinary. The unnamed female bus driver behind the wheel of bus 46 attempted to cool herself off by waving her hat near her face, but later contacted a dispatcher stating she was feeling dizzy and would need to pull over. She then requested another driver to pick up the schoolchildren. However, approximately 15 seconds later, the bus driver began shaking and losing consciousness, causing the bus to drift leftward off the road and into oncoming traffic. While the other students on the bus were engrossed in their cell phones and listening to music, Dillon didn't have a cell phone, which allowed him to be alert on the ride home and notice the bus driver in distress. Dillon immediately got up from his seat, took the wheel, and slowly pushed on the brakes as he urged the other students to call 911. Thankfully, Dillon was able to safely bring the bus to a stop, avoiding an accident and saving all 60 students on board. Once the bus had come to a stop, a Good Samaritan who happened to be walking by boarded the bus and helped Dillon with the bus driver. Another woman who had previously been driving behind the bus also stopped to assist the students in exiting the bus. Paramedics arrived on the scene to treat the bus driver, who was later released from the hospital. The students were then placed on another bus and transported home. On May 11, 2023, Dillon was honored by the mayor of Warren and given the key to the city and the opportunity to be police commissioner for a day. He was also presented with a Traffic Safety Hero Award by the Traffic Safety Association of Macomb County and given free vouchers for driver education classes. In addition to these honors, he was also treated to a complimentary dinner and a limousine ride. (1) 9 Owen Burns. 13-year-old boy uses slingshot to save sister from suspected kidnapper. On May 10, 2023, Margaret Burns left her home in Alpena Township, Michigan, and went to visit a family member who lived down the street. Her son, 13-year-old Owen Burns, was in his bedroom playing video games, and her unnamed 8-year-old daughter was mushroom hunting in the backyard. Owen heard his sister scream but assumed she was simply goofing off with her friends. However, when he heard her let out a second scream, he realized his sister was in danger. Owen looked out his bedroom window and saw an unknown male who had come through the woods and onto their property. The attempted kidnapper had put his hands over the 8-year-old's mouth, had his arm around her waist, and was attempting to pull her into the woods. Owen sprang into action, located a slingshot on his bed that his mother had bought on clearance for $3, and grabbed a marble and a rock. He then opened his bedroom window and fired at his sister's attacker. After the attacker had been struck in between the eyes and in the chest, Owen's sister was able to break free and run into the house. The attacker, however, fled into the woods. The siblings then frantically called their mother, who raced home and contacted the police. Officers later located the unnamed 17-year-old suspect hiding at a gas station with a marble-induced goose egg on his head and injuries that were consistent with the slingshot strikes. The suspect confessed that he had planned on severely beating the victim. The suspect was charged as an adult with attempted kidnapping/child enticement, 1 count of attempted assault to do great bodily harm less than murder, and 1 count of assault and battery. 2. 8 Bridger Walker 7-year-old boy who rescued his sister from dog attack receives VIP yacht treatment in South Florida on July 9, 2020. 6-year-old Bridger Walker of Cheyenne, Wyoming, and his 4-year-old sister went to a friend's house, and the 3 children later decided to go into the backyard. However, they were not alone in the yard as there were also 2 dogs, one of which Bridger stated he was told was a nice dog, and the other was a mean dog. When the mean dog, a 1-year-old German Shepherd mix, charged toward Bridger's sister, Bridger jumped in between his sister and the dog in an attempt to shield her from danger. As the dog latched onto Bridger's cheek, he told his sister to run, and when the dog had finally let go, he rushed his sister to safety. Unfortunately, by this time, Bridger had been brutally attacked by the dog and bitten multiple times on the face and head. Thankfully, the dog's owner was able to finally secure the dog and apply pressure to Bridger's wounds until first responders arrived. Bridger underwent a 2-hour surgery and received more than 90 stitches to treat his injuries, and the dog responsible for the attack was later put down. Thanks for watching. Credits to listverse.com. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.